Hey boys, how's it going? It's Aki again, back with another Clash of Clans video. In today's video, boys, we're doing a little bit something different. We're going to compare two strategies. I'm going to be comparing Super Witches and Hydra. I don't even know, I can't even count how many comments to do that because I've made a couple videos of saying which one's strongest, this one's going to be strongest, so you guys want a definitive answer. So the plan for this video is 4 attacks with Super Witches and then 4 attacks with Hydra, and then kind of come up to a conclusion of which I think is better. So here's the Super Witch army. Again, it will be linked below. And shout out to Itsu. He's the one that made this army. So the only change I have made is he brings 2 Earthquakes. I'm bringing 1. Some people like the Overgrowth spell in here. You can use it. I personally don't like it. I feel like this works just as fine without it. You can if you need to. Say if you're struggling with double invis bases. Or just like for pathing you like more. So totally up to you. You guys can put it in there. No problem. For the king, I'm starting to run the Earthquake boots. I think they're amazing. And they provide value once the king's kind of with the Super Witches, and he can open up some walls. Say if you need to get to a central town hall, and it works perfectly. Some people argue you should use the Yak. Me, I have the Earthquake boots, the Super Wall Breakers, Jump Spell. I feel like I'm fine. I like the Phoenix's ability. For the Queen, I'm running Frosty, Magic Mirror, Healer Puppet. You guys can use the Invisibility Vial if you want to. Totally okay. And then for those that don't have the Magic Mirror, for the Warden, obviously Fireball, Rage Gem. If your Fireball is level anywhere from 18 to 26, you need the 2 Earthquakes, so then you could drop one of the free spells. I like to keep the Invisibilities, mind you. And then for the World Champion, again, guys, I hear you to use the Rocket Spear, but again, mine's level 8. Like, I can show you. It sucks. So, there it is at level 8. So, hopefully I can get that up soon, and then we'll start using that. And then again, everything else in the CC, 2 Root Riders, Valkyrie, and then a minion. You can replace that minion with a set of like a wall breaker, completely fine. And then what I'll do is I'll do these 4 attacks, maybe watch back one of the replays or 2. I don't think I should do all of them, maybe it'll get too long, but actually I think we probably should. You guys do like it, so let's do that and get into the first attack. Before we do that, battle log, rough day today. Already taking 7 defenses, and yeah, 6 for 7 3-stars on the new base. You hate to see that. But let's get into this and hopefully just bring home some 3-stars. So double invis base right off the bat, that's nice. Because the goal is to always just land on one of them at least. Just take it out. So you know what? Let's go for the top side and then walk towards 12 o'clock. Enter through the eagle, I think. That's the goal. So let's get our warden down here. I'm going to get an invis on both of these to make sure the fireball lands where I want. That'll take out that whole compartment. And then let's get the super witches up here. Apprentice warden. Sure, I'll put 1 druid. I'll put 2 druids, it's fine. And then we'll get king to start walking. Queen to set the funnel over here. I'm going to give them 1 wall breaker. We'll go 2 druids as well. Get a super wall breaker to open up this compartment, because that's where we actually end up wanting to go. And then at this point, everything's looking fine. We're just going to keep our druids going. And then I might use my king ability here to get these walls open. Oh, that free spell was not needed. I thought that Inferno was going to melt my king. It didn't end up actually doing anything. So that was kind of a waste of a free spell. My bad on that, boys. And then at this point, we don't need any spell right now. Druids are doing fine. I'm not going to rage them. There's really no damage on anything. At this point, once we reach that town hall, I will rage the druid. So like here's fine. I'm going to get a free spell there. Jump spell. And then I'm going to get 2 more druids to help out because I feel like we'll need it. Because they're about to go down. So let's get a rage in here on those witches. And then this 1 druid's out there. So I'm going to get my royal champion for this flank. Okay, so I'm going to put a baby dragon on the... Oh, I was hoping to get the ricochet cannon. That's fine. They didn't quite get there. Royal champion's doing fine on the flank. Where's that druid at? I don't see the druid. Where you at, druid? Okay, no. They're in the back. They're about to run out. So I'm going to save this rage for right now. Just going to get some cleanup troops in, because remember, we don't want to run into a problem, but we also do have a rage spell left. That'll use... Not yet. I don't know when that invisibility tower is going to go off, so I'm going to get it raged up right now. Take out the multi-archer tower, rush through, get the ricochet cannon, and I just didn't want to make any mistakes there. But double invis bases, boys, honestly, if they're near the outside, they're kind of... I'm not going to say easy, but they're... Yeah, they kind of are. No, I'm not going to say that. Well, let me take that back, because I've actually failed on those a couple times. But it's easy, just an easy target, I'd say. That's what I'm trying to really get across. So, check this out. What we were thinking, we were like, you know what? I'm going to definitely fireball one of the invisibility compartments. Doesn't matter which one. So I decided to choose the top side, but because the base is 100% symmetrical, you just kind of choose your entry point for your main push. And that's why I wanted to take care of the eagle. So I invest the invisibilities just to make sure not to have any fails of the fireball, because I got to make sure I take this compartment out, because the value is crazy. You get 6 defenses and then the invisibility tower, so 7 buildings, and that's a fair trade, even if you have to invest those 2 invisibility spells. Get that whole compartment out, lure the warden back with the super witches, keep the druids on them. Maybe I didn't need the druids, maybe I could have just used 1. Queen on this side with the 2 druid trick, siege barracks, they'll clean that up. I even opened up the wall. I thought that was a fair trade. I got scared of this single target inferno, and you're probably like, why'd you pop your earthquake boots? Well, because I wanted to get the walls open or my troops would have started veering on the outside, because I didn't want to use my jump spell right away. That's where I think the EQ boots come in real like beneficial for us. But again, that free spell kind of sucked. At this point, I delayed the rages as long as I could because I felt like I didn't really need them. Then I could jump outside the monolith compartment. Super witches are doing fine. The invisibility pops off, and then royal champion at 3 o'clock to clean that kind of funnel. Start creating that pathing for my main push to kind of deal with the rest of the base. Had 1 rage left over. I was like, why not rage the royal champion to get through the invisibility tower and end off at the ricochet cannon. So awesome first attack. I'm gonna, okay, don't care, got lots of gems now, so now I'm getting greedy. Make sure we got everything, and let's hit this next attack. Okay, invis in the core. Okay, and a rage tower up there, so let's think cheap fireball value. Why not land just at this cannon, get that value, and then we'll walk up through the inferno. So let's go here, land right away, boom. That should be fine. And then I'm going to get 3 super witches, apprentice warden, 2 druids to make sure we stay up through there. King here, super wall breaker, queen ability, 2 druids, siege. I dropped a little too many. Oh, king's about to get nuked. He did get nuked. I dropped too many druids on my queen. That was actually a mistake. But let's see if we can kind of still just make our way through this, because that single target inferno is really crushing my troops. But let's get another. Okay, that super wall breaker actually goes to the ricochet cannon. I don't want that. So we might actually just have to jump. No, let's go super wall breaker there. Okay. That should be able to let me delay my jump so we can actually get into the town hall compartment. And at this point, let's get 2 more druids in. Gotta keep everything up here. Rage spell. Free spell on the invisibility tower. Hopefully I can keep all these super witches healed up. Royal champion here at this flank. Invisibility tower is going to pop. That's fine for right now. I'm not too worried about that. I'm going to get 1 more druid in. Okay, got to keep this raged up. Super witches are doing fine. 1 druid is going to catch up, so it'll do some solid help. I'm going to pop the royal champion ability early. I know, that wasn't the greatest plan. Obviously, I didn't want that to happen, but it needed to. So, okay, royal champion goes. I might drop a rage on the royal champion just to see how much value she can get through there. And if I need, I'll invest some invisibility spells on her. But honestly, it looks pretty solid right now. Let's go there. First invisibility. And then we still have super witches up and our queen. And some of those root riders tanking. Another invisibility on the royal champion. Clean the rest of the space up. Drop the rest of our troops. So even with that mistake, getting our king absolutely obliterated early on, we kind of managed. And that just shows you really the power of how good super witches are right now. That was a pretty awful mistake by me. I think that was just poor funneling management by what I was trying to do there. Like, I was a little bit slow if I'm being fair. So let's go watch that again just to make sure where the mistakes were. If I'm being real with you guys, those were the mistakes. Like, I was just too slow and I wasn't, I don't know, I don't want to say focused, but I listened to it too. You have to fireball quick. So I was just like, let's just pick our value. Let's land on this cannon, not think too heavily about it. But then after that ricochet cannon started scaring me. So I was like, you know what? Let's move quickly. And then I get my king in. I didn't see the single inferno. I thought those were all 3 multi, actually, if I'm being honest with you guys. So that also kind of caused some issues. So fireball goes off. Get the super witches in. Slow this down a bit. Get my king in. But see, I threw him right at the single target inferno, which I completely missed. Then I was worried about poison spell. Drop my siege barracks. At this point, you have to pop this ability. And so, like, the earthquake boots were pretty much wasted. At this point, I was in survival mode. I even dropped extra, like, I dropped 3 druids on my clones. I only needed 2. That was a mistake. So at this point, I had to be really conservative with my druids and also be just super careful to make sure this funnel goes nicely. The one thing that was nice, that super wall breaker didn't open at the wall at the ricochet cannon. I needed that, so I waited. because if that wall opens up, this attack is probably foiled because I would have to use my jump spell early and not on the monolith. With using it on the monolith, that allows me to go in towards a town hall, so I wasn't too scared about the invisibility tower. Then you're like, okay, so the queen's clearing out, like, say, 3 o'clock. For 9 o'clock, I was like, you know what, let's send in my royal champion while the scatter's distracted by that bear, for the time being at least. And at this point, I just wanted the royal champion to clean the left-hand side, got my super witches for the town hall, queen for the right-hand side at 3 o'clock, and it was just a compact rushing of the base. Everything was shooting at different angles. My royal champion was getting low, but I had 2 invisibility spells that I could just invest in her, so that's why I wasn't too nervous. And as you can see, the hog riders do end up going down a lot quicker. But when you have a rage spell, invisibility, and the expos are distracted, I was like, okay, this is pretty easy. And then the spirit box still being up, I think, or did it go down? No, it's still up. Keep the invisibilities going, and we kind of just dusted the rest of the space. So 2 great attacks. Need the next 2 to load up, and then we're going to switch over to Hydra after those 2 attacks. Okay, boys, let's hit this next attack. I've got it loaded. Make sure everything's there, never want to have any of those fail. So double poison base, eagle in the core with 2 poison towers is kind of gross. But where should I fireball, and then where should I enter from? You know what? How about we just fireball one of the ricochet cannons? I feel like that would be good. But does that help for my funnel? That's what I'm getting a little bit tricky. Yeah, you know what? Let's just take out this ricochet cannon here. Let's go invis. And then fireball. That should be good. Take out all that. Now at this point, I really don't know where to enter. So let's just enter to this side. King down, super wall breaker, queen, popper ability. 2 druids over here, apprentice warden. Okay, and then let's just keep these queens up, hopefully. I will get a freeze on the monolith this time. Let's see if that super wall breaker makes it there. If it can, that'd be awesome. Okay, it does. Another one. Okay, I'll just pop the king ability. It's early, but I think it's valuable. And I'm going to get a rage on these druids to make sure all the super witches stay up. Okay, my queen's doing fine for right now. I'm going to send in a royal champion at the top side with 2 druids. I think that's a fair trade. Let's see. And then we can jump out the core. Okay, I need my royal champion to go invis. She does. Okay, these last druids need some more healing. And then we'll check where we need a freeze spell. But right now, I think we should be okay. Let's go here. Royal champion ability. Rage the royal champion. And then with those bears tanking the monolith, I think the royal champion should be able to clean the backside. And this is what I'm talking about. Obviously, the royal champion isn't as strong as she used to be, but you can make better use cases of her. Like if you have tanking, invest a rage spell, and you guys can still get somewhat the same value. Obviously, I'm not saying it's the exact same as before when she just wiped out a whole thing by herself and it didn't even matter. This time you have to be a little bit smarter, so we swagged this invis spell, and we kept up all of our witches. So I think our entry point was fine. We just didn't overthink it, which I think was the key. Okay, let's drop this before we ruin our army. Okay, did it drop? Please tell me it dropped. Please tell me it dropped. Yes, it did. Okay, sweet. And then for the next attack, let's start loading Hydra too. You guys are going to... That's what we're going to go into. But let's check that replay quickly. And I'm going to hopefully see if we can go 4 for 4 with each army, and then we can really just get in a kind of loop of what we want to do. So let's first discuss. Why did I fireball the ricochet cannon? You could have chose both. It doesn't matter. Again, symmetrical. You guys get the point. I don't want to hammer this point home. If I take out this compartment, and that reason for that invisibility spell right away was to take out that backside multi-archer tower and to make sure that whole compartment goes down so the super witches aren't veering up towards 12 o'clock. Your entry point could have been 12 o'clock. That totally would have been cool. But I was like, you know what? They're going to walk to the left-hand side anyway because of this dark storage. So I'll break them into this air defense, have my queen down here to take out the enemy queen. If I wanted, I could have super wall broker into there, but I was like, you know what? No, that's fine. So let's check this fireball, get an invis so my warden wouldn't take too much damage either, and the unicorn would stay up. So boom, fireball goes off. There goes that entire compartment. Storage is too. Warden walks down, so I'm like, okay, this is fine. Let's get the super witches. Waited as long as humanly possible for the druids this time, because last time I learned my lesson. Then dropped the queen, 2 druids on there, siege barracks. Then I dropped the 2 druids on the super witches. This time I freeze the inferno properly, but watch a super wall breaker. It does this wall. It sucks. It didn't open up that whole compartment like I was hoping, because look, it went for the wall that was opposite. So I had to pop my king ability right here because I was like, you know what? Why not pop it? Get the spiky ball going. I was hoping to hit that backside poison tower. That would have been so nice. And at this point, our funneling was looking good. The queen's going to take out the enemy king. And then my super witches are doing awesome stuff in the core. So I was like, you know what? Why not put the royal champion at 12 o'clock to take care of that single inferno? And even if it did lock on, I knew I have the spirit box up and it's not going to ramp up before 4 seconds. So totally good. So look again. Look how we're dissecting the base. Royal champion, 12 o'clock. The middle is taking care of the super witches. Bottom by the queen. Come on. And then the root riders come out from the CC. They're going to help my queen get into this back end section. Still have a rage left over. And this is what I'm talking about. The royal champion was getting tanking from the druids and the skeletons, invested a rage spell, and she kind of got the same value she normally would. Obviously, with the lower level hogs, you kind of got to be more careful because they can kind of get you screwed pretty quickly, if I'm being honest. But let's see. Army's almost loaded. Just get these couple things. Make sure everything's correct. And let's load this up and see if we can go and make this 4 for 4 and then head into Hydra. Let's see. What are we going to be dealing with? So, okay. Eagle outside. Poison tower here. Poison tower there. You know what? I'm just going to fireball that multi-archer tower and then call it a day. And then just start the attack. I think that should be fine. So I'm going to invis this, mortar, and then earthquake, boom, fireball. Totally okay with that. And then we're going to walk through the eagle. I think that is a better angle. Queen down here, create her. Siege barracks, 2 druids down here for them. And at this point, just wait for the super witches, maintain the healing on them. I gotta get those druids to make sure that one super witch stays up. Let's get a super wall breaker in there. You know what? That inferno is acting annoying, so I'm gonna freeze it. One more super wall breaker. King ability to open up the walls, and then we'll jump in towards the town hall compartment. 2 more druids, rage them up. CC, forgot to poison them. That's my bad. Okay, now those 2 druids are staying back there, so I don't like that angle they're taking. Okay, one of the druids is going that way. Okay, I gotta send in it this time. Getting a headhunter. Raged up druids again. Wherever we need to freeze, we'll put it. But as these root riders are tanking, I'm gonna put the royal champion for the multi-archer tower. And then just freeze when we need to. Right now, there's not too much damage on any of my troops, so I don't feel like I really need it. Let's see, King's doing fine. Royal champion's doing good at the bottom side. Boys, I think we can swag a lot of spells this time around because all of our heroes are still up. My oh my. This is crazy. I knew it was good. I honestly didn't think it was this good. Actually, no, I did. Why am I lying? But look at that. 3 spells still left. But you know what? Let's take it a little bit serious. Just because use your spells if you need to. But also, troops kind of dying down a little bit. And you never want to run into a fail when your attack was going so smoothly. So let's speed through this. Even though I do have that back end ricochet cannon. But with the royal champion ability, we should be fine. But that's what happens when you get a little bit cocky, but we also got to make sure time's not a problem. So let's pop this royal champion ability, get these hog riders up, get through these last few defenses, and then just make sure time's not an issue. Again, we didn't need this invisibility spell, so let's just drop that there. And yeah, so that puts us at 4 for 4. So far, the initial thoughts, love super witches. I think they're one of the best troops in the game, but you guys got to remember, some people get bored from them. So I just want to compare it with another strategy and see if you guys like that one more. So let me get those attacks loaded, and then we'll be right back, and then we'll do a complete comparison. But one thing I should do before is just... No, we just watched it. What am I doing? But again, 4 for 4. We're solid. Let's do this. Okay, turns out I'm getting really old because I completely forgot we didn't actually watch the replay. So what am I thinking? Let's just quickly break this down. This time I didn't think too crazy of it. I was just like, let's fireball this multi-arch tower because I already knew I want to walk through the eagle. So this fireball value is totally fine with me. It was going to set my funnel like I wanted, and it would have set me off on a good path. So get the super witches down, king down. Let's slow this down. My eyes were freaking out there. Queens, just to set the funnel, and at this point, just get your super wall breakers in to get through as many walls as you initially can. Monolith is kind of scary, but it's not locked on anything too crazy for me. But look at the super wall breaker. It kind of takes a weird direction, so I was like, you know what, let's just put my king in. And look at that super wall breaker. It's going to go into that poison tower compartment. That was actually kind of clutch because the bears can just kind of run there and defend the scatter. And this is why you don't get reckless. I was trying to swag all these spells, especially after I used that last rage spell. Don't do that because your troops can go down quickly once you stop using your spells, and that's what happens when you get cocky. But the rest of the base was kind of washed after especially using the spells because I did need to use them. But we still swagged the invisibility spell. But again, I'm arguing the Royal Champion is not too bad, guys. Like, again, this is not me saying, oh, it's not a big nerf. It is a big nerf. It sucks. But you can still manage it with if you kind of be a little bit smarter, have some more tanking in front. She can't just solo a compartment anymore like she used to be able to. But, okay. Still a little bit of time left. I'm not going to jam that, so I'll be back once that's all loaded. Okay, boys, turning our attention to Hydra now. Here's the army, pretty simple. Again, it will be in the description. I haven't changed anything to it. King, the one key difference is I'm using Earthquake Boots. I think it's going to be awesome because the King does stay on the outside. If you guys have the Vamp Stash, that with the Spiky Ball would be great. And then if for you guys that don't, Rage Vial, Giant Gauntlet, totally okay. For the Queen, I am still going to be running Frosty. Actually, you know what? Let's change that to the Unicorn and then put the Owl on the Warden. Warden's going to be running both books. I've debated putting on the Life Gem instead of the Healing Tome, but for right now with Dragons, I like the Healing Tome a little better. And then, you know, I wish I had the Rocket Spear and the Seeking Shield. It is 10,000 times better with Hydra, but I just don't have it leveled up quite enough. But again, for the Queen, Giant Arrow. Got to make sure that's a Healer Puppet. Not a Magic Mirror. That'd be bad. But yeah, these are the equipments we're running. So let's get into the first attack. And then I will remember to put the Warden on air because one time we messed up and forgot to do that. And gear attack can go very sour from there. So, okay, Warden on air. Let's look for some value. Because the air sweepers are pointing away, usually I don't really care too much about them. So I just want to take out as many air defenses as I can. And I don't know how I can line this shot up to get all of, like, 2 of them at least. So maybe just shoot this little weird of a diagonal almost angle and get that backside one. Okay, no, I don't quite get it, but that's fine. Now that you can focus on recalling your Queen and check where you need to set your funnel. For my King, I will set him on the top side because that's our entry point. So let's get King up here, Baby Dragon here to set a funnel. Queen is still doing fine. If she can get the Eagle, no, she definitely won't be able to, so I'm just going to recall her. King ability goes off. He gets quite a bit of value, but I'm going to drop my Queen here now. Get all my dragons in towards this Town Hall. Stone Slammer. Get the Dragon Riders. Don't need a Rage spell right now. Everything's looking pretty healthy. Let it take some damage. It's all good. It's all good. Now I'm going to put the Warden ability on because I wanted to make sure every dragon got in towards it. Let's see. We need you to take this down. This is where it'd be awesome if I had the Rocket Spear because it can just take care of the rest of the base pretty nicely if I'm being honest. Not the rest of the base, just a compartment. So let's get those raged up. And now let's start cloning these balloons for this kind of center compartment here. And then I will freeze. Boom. Send my Royal Champion in to deal with the enemy Queen. Let's see. Do we have enough push to kind of make it through the Queen, make it through the backside? Let's see. I'm going to pop my Royal Champion ability. She'll take out the enemy Queen, then the Ricochet Cannon. The Monolith is about to go down. We just got to make sure we have enough push to get through this. But let's go Archers here for some cleanup. Super Wall Breaker there. We've got one dragon, a Dragon Rider. So this one was a little bit tougher if I'm being honest. But I genuinely do feel like if we had the Rocket Spear, it would go a lot smoother. But we still got to be careful because I don't think the CC troops came out, or did they? I can't remember right now. But oh, also, there's a minute left and there's a lot of storages. Yikes, that's not good. Well, let's see, a minute left. Can we get those storages? Barbarian does end up taking out that skeleton. Let's see, we need a decent split. Okay, yeah, Royal Champion goes that way. And then the dragon should go up to... Yeah, I think we should be fine. The CC is taken care of. I was worrying for no reason. Okay, then time's not going to be an issue. But you never... No, but that... Oh, yeah, there is the CC. Uh-oh. Abort mission. This is going to be bad now. Because the dragons should go up there. Oh, no. 30 seconds left. This might be bad, guys. Seriously, this might be very, very bad. Okay, so there's one Ice Golem left. Oh, boys, we're going to fail because of time, I think. Oh, no. World Champion's going to get stuck. And then we're going to get frozen. Oh my gosh, this is so bad. We would need like an insane split and the World Champion on haste, but she's not going to get it. Oh, we're going to be stuck. No way. If this requires 2 shots, we're done for. Yeah, we're done for. 99%. Oh my gosh, we're done for. Wow, that hurt. That hurt so much. You guys don't even know. Dang it. Ah, oh, darn. Okay, so We regroup. We regroup. Let's reinforce this. What was the big problem there? Let's watch that one quickly back. Oh, that was gross. 99%, you hate to see it. I feel like if we got this backside air defense, that would have been nice with our queen shot. I think our entry point was fine to go towards the town hall because these sweepers are pointing down. But now I'm thinking, should we have just lined up our shot at this mortar, shot across, and got some of these sweepers too? Valid question. Those are some questions I'm pondering right now. The time fail always sucks, especially when you get 99%. You just kind of want to tear up. Okay, so we shot there. I was also thinking of deploying a rage for my queen to see if she could do a mini queen walk to get the eagle. And then my king gets nuked again by the single inferno because I'm starting to just chuck kings into naked infernos. That's a mistake too. Wow, okay, that was the second one. I didn't see that during the live attack. Warden ability obviously is fine. It's starting to get a little bit, the 8 seconds for the healing tome. No, 8 seconds for the eternal tome, 20 seconds for the light gem. Balloons did amazing in the core, but nothing got that CC. Yeah, that's what really caused the fail. Archers were kind of doing some decent work for me to clean up, but couldn't quite get it, and it ended up being a time fail. And that's something you can't do. So let's see. Hopefully we can just kind of speed through. Not worry too much. Okay, we kind of got the same thing. Sweepers pointing that way. You know what? Let's line this shot up. I think this is a fine shot right at this corner. Shoot it there. Get both air defenses. And then you know what? I'm going to send the king up this way. Super wall breaker. Baby dragon here for the hidden Tesla. Once my queen starts taking too much damage, I will pick her up. Pop the king ability. Okay, that was actually pretty solid value. Queen again here to take out this air defense. And the rest of it should be pretty washed, honestly. But again, we can't be cocky. So let's get in our stone slammer again because the town hall's pretty close. Queen ends up going down. That's fine. I will get in a rage here for the monolith just because the stuff is taking quite a bit of heaty damage. So let's go. Yeah, I really wish I did have the rocket spear. I don't know. I just feel like it would provide a lot of value for us right now. Just the way even this attack's going. Okay, now let's get these balloons. Oh, okay. No, I want the balloons. I want the balloons. Give me the balloons. No, stop giving me dragons. Stop giving me dragons. Okay, I hate the dragons. Stop dragons. Okay, they suck. Dang it. Those clone spells were not good. Obviously, I wanted to get the dragons in there. Didn't happen. But you can't really do much. Oh, gosh. Now the Royal Champion's going to run into those again. And that is going to be a slight problem. So let's see. I will need to freeze, obviously, the eagle. And right now, I'm not doing my best impression of Hydra because I'm sending my Royal Champion to just get straight dusted by the multi-archer tower. But because there's a lot of ground expos, that is one benefit for us. But we need that last ice golem to go down. Even if my Royal Champion fails, that's fine. Because I think this is a decent enough push. Because the only last remaining defense is the multi-archer tower. But with my dragons quite low, this also might be another... I don't want to say time fail because there's a minute. Is there any building up top? Oh, seeking. Oh, dang it. Okay. Yeah, this is going to be close. Oh, another seeking air mine. Oh my gosh, I'm hitting everything. If any of these dragons are close to full health, we could... Oh my gosh, no, they're not. Oh gosh. We're going to get... I'm kind of proving this video right now. Bombing the Hydra attacks right now. But let's see. Multi-archer tower, can you go down? No, you can't. You're going to get 96%. No! Oh gosh. Okay. Okay, that's fine. Dragon doesn't even get that last storage for me, just out here being disrespectful like that. Dirty, dirty stuff by those troops. That hurt. But let's watch that again. You know what? One of the big mistakes I say with Hydra is if you lower level guys do have the rocket spear up, because remember, you guys wouldn't have the haste vial. I'm pretty sure you guys don't unlock till later. Don't quote me on that. I might have messed it up. I can't remember if it's a hog puppet or the haste vial. I think it's haste vial. So if you guys do have the rocket spear up, please use it. It could be so much better. It can take out a whole compartment. I could have done that with this base. We got lots of value from our giant arrow. King did fine with his ability. Opened up all the walls, got the ricochet cannon, got one of the poison towers. This should have been finished nice and easy because look how many air defenses I got. I got every air defense out before getting my dragons in. And then also not being able to clone the balloons. That's the one problem with the Stone Slimer that kind of sucks. So maybe I should just start bringing in the blimp again, even if the town hall is close. But I feel like that's not value because your blimp's kind of wasted. At least your Stone Slimer stays up. But look, the Stone Slimer took a lot of damage and it didn't really do anything. So seeing all those air bombs go off, I was like, oh man, these balloons would have wreaked havoc here. I think that would have been the change that we needed. And this is what I mean. If you have the rocket spear, you can just pop it right now. It would have went for this arch tower and just started sniping all these defenses. But like I say always, you can't complain too much. It happens. Again, too much time left. I'll get those loaded. 2 last attacks, and then we'll kind of formulate an opinion of what's better. And right now, you could probably see my hand might be forced to answer one way. You know what? Easily we could start pouting right now, but the one thing I was saying, let's look at this attack log. Look, 4 for 4 with Super Witches, 2 attacks with Hydra so far, 99 and 96%. I feel like you make a little bit of tweaks here and there from the mistakes I covered, and those turn into 3 stars. So it's not an automatic answer, but it is definitely leaning towards the Super Witches. I will give my final opinion, obviously, after the next 2 attacks. But come on, 99%, 96%, you can't really hate it. It's not awful, but obviously it's not the best. We want to be perfect, but sometimes it's hard to do that every attack. So got this loaded. Let's hit this next attack and hopefully just kind of keep the attack spirit up, because we do want to get our 3 stars. But man, these town hall corner bases kind of making me angry. I feel like I don't want to attack from that angle. So if I can take out these air sweepers, where's my best line? If I can line up from this dark elixir collector, wait for it, just as that gold collector goes down, I think that should get both sweepers. Yes, it does. And this side, it will get, my queen will break in and get that air defense. I might send my king here, super wall break him in, baby dragon to set his funnel. Okay, I might have to recall my queen. I definitely will, because she's going up there. Okay, king's doing fine. Yeah, queen definitely. Get back here. I'm going to send her down this way to get this air defense. That's what I really want. King goes to the outside. King, I need you to get closer to that air. Archer tower. Let's pop your ability there. Okay, that goes all down. Now at this point, I can get in my dragons here. Boom. Get the dragon riders. And will this blimp make it all the way? I don't know. Am I hoping it does? Heck yeah. So let's see. Wait as long as humanly possible. There it goes. Watch our little precious blimp go. If it can make it, awesome. If not, not the end of the world. We're just going to get these going. Get these going. Freeze here. Boom. And I think we still should be able to get the town hall. That's what we wanted. And that's the entire goal of that. Oh, man, it does end up working out. That was a really far blimp to make through, but we still have a lot of troops up. This time I think it was better because these dragons and dragon riders are going to do better against the Royal Champion Wizard Towers. Not Wizard Tower, Inferno. But I just got to make sure that Royal Champion goes down. Pop my Royal Champion ability. And yeah, okay, see, that one was a lot better. I think the blimp is obviously the way to go instead of obviously the Stone Slammer. So this time we changed up our plan. Didn't keep going in towards the Town Hall. Because that's like Einstein would say, that's insanity, doing the same thing, expecting different results. We changed it up, and I think we did much better for that. So obviously I wanted to get 3 stars with Hydra. You know, the plan is never to just get 99% to 96%. But I genuinely do think Hydra is a very strong army. But if you guys get that Rocket Spear, I think that takes it just an even bit up a notch. You know what I mean? Like, it gets even that much better. But again, that's just me being biased because I don't have it right now. So maybe I'm just amping it up that it's really good. But I do feel necessary that value would be very solid for us. So let's go quickly watch this replay again. I think we are sadly going to go negative today. We're -7 right now on pace, but we've got 1 attack left. So again, my thought process, I saw the corner town hall, I got panicked. I was just not panicked. I was like, those last 2 attacks, those hurt, and I don't want to just do the same process again. So I was like, you know what, let's line up our shot, take out both air sweepers, and then I like this funnel that I could create, because watch, the giant arrow is going to do a great shot for me. It's going to shoot right across the base, obviously, like we planned up with this Dark Elixir Collector. It starts shooting the Gold Collector first, my queen, but I wasn't too nervous about that because look at that shot. There we go. We're going to get both sweepers. And look at this funnel. It takes out that Elixir Collector. So then I was just like, you know what? I can drop my king down here, super wall break him at this gold storage, so we'll be able to get this air defense. I was hoping he'd walk in so he could get towards this wall to get the enemy queen. It doesn't quite go there. Queen, I also wanted to walk down, so that's why I end up recalling her down here to get this air defense. King gets this air defense, and then so the only air defenses left are right at the start and right at the top. And obviously our entry point's not at the top, so I'm going to send my dragons right into here. The blimp was kind of reckless. It was quite a big distance to cover, but I planned for that not to go to the town hall. You can't be crazy to expect it to go make it all the way there. But what you can do with your triple clones is line them up so the balloons end up going there. So that's the one thing you guys have in your hands. Obviously, you know the blimp's not going to make it the whole way. It only lasts 8 seconds, the Eternal Tome now, so it's even shorter of a distance than it would usually. So once that pops off, I was like, you know what? It's actually going to land in the clan castle near the monolith. So I was like, yeah, okay, let's get our clone spells. And look, I'm angling them so they're approaching the town hall. Have a freeze, have a rage spell up. They're going to take care of all that. Some of these take care of these defense. Then I'm just working with this rage compartment here. And World Champions up on the top side needs to deal with 2 multi-archer towers. Don't even need the Seeking Shield and Rocket Spear for this one. And they clean up that. And the rest of the base is cleaned up by the dragons and the Dragon Riders, not E-Dragons. And we kind of wash that. Nice stack there. Now we just kind of got a plan to make sure we get this 3-star because it'd be kind of embarrassing to just go 1 for 4. I don't want that. But okay, so we got the army loaded. Come on, give me something solid. Okay, so Invisibility Tower. Usually like to snipe that out. Air Sweepers are again pointing away from the Town Hall. So do we just take those out or do we take out these backside air defenses? Good question, and I think we could, yeah, let's approach the Town Hall this time and take out these backside air defenses. So I'm just going to line up this shot here, shoot across. Okay, got those air defenses. Now I'm going to drop my king up top here, baby dragon for his funnel. I'm going to let the queen get some value, and then deploy her up here to get into that air defense. Oh my gosh. Oh, I recalled my queen. She was so close to going down. Get a barb archer to heal her up just a little bit. Okay, king's made it into that compartment, so that means I can start with this attack right now. This time I will bring in the stone slammer, and then also we'll be freezing in here. King ability to pop off. Okay, let's go. Boom, boom, boom. Warden ability. Okay, so now all those balloons are there. Rage them to get through those rage defenses really is what's going to be scary. And then I'm going to send my World Champion. Not just yet. I was thinking that Tesla farm, but I feel like that Tesla farm is kind of scaring me right now. And I'm going to wait for my World Champion just because I want to see if the CC can go down. Or should I just deploy it and kind of hope for the best? I don't know. I'm kind of struggling. I do have a lot of dragons up and my queen. Yeah, let's just drop the World Champion here. Not worry too much about it. Hopefully they can take care of the CC. If they can't, I don't think they will because the World Champion's kind of guarding. So let's just pop the RC ability, get through those skeletons, get through the enemy RC, and I think that should be fine, right? What's popping out of the CC? Valkyries? Oh, that's fine. We got air troops. That's good. Obviously, it will slow us down. Ooh, that topside army camp's kind of scary, but hey. All fine. So our queen stayed up. Okay, now, let's see here. We went 2 for 4 with a 99% and a 96%. So I'd consider Hydra a pretty good success. Obviously, there was a couple mistakes I made. But what do I decide? Honestly, I think I have to say Super Witches. Right now, they're the best for any type of base. I think they work on a different type and style of bases. So I'll let this replay run in the background while you guys watch. I'll let you guys watch this. But I think they work better. But they require more epic equipment. They require a little bit more skill. It's a little bit harder to learn. Hydra is a thing you learn right away. It takes you literally 10 minutes. You get the gist of it. Shoot your giant arrow. Set your king funnel. Throw your dragons. Put your dragons down the middle of that. Either use the blimp if the town hall is far. For this example, town hall was close. And air sweepers are your number 1 target. After that, invisibility towers if you need them. Or air defenses. And this time I chose air defenses over the invisibility tower because I felt like it was right there in the core. It wasn't going to matter. But if I'm being honest, 100% guys, Super Witches is the number 1 army right now. It's just so strong. You can make mistakes and it still works out so nicely. Hydra is a very close second. If, say for example, you guys got bored for Super Witches and you haven't used Hydra yet, I doubt you guys haven't used it, but if you haven't, give it a shot. I think it's a change up. That's why I brought in those like Hog Riders, just to show you the Super Hogs, just to switch up the armies. But if we're deciding this, I'm going to have to give the number 1 vote to definitely to Super Witches. But Hydra is a close second. I personally love the army. It's just a composition that I've always liked. It's good at a different amount of town halls. So is Super Witches, but Hydra you can use, you can farm with it, you can kind of have a little bit more fun. You don't have to take it so serious. Super Witch is great for pushing, but it requires you to be on all the time, like if you know what I mean. Like your switch is on. You got to be careful. Dragons, you kind of spam them in sometimes, not to worry about too much, and just kind of let them rip a base up. But again, this base is pretty much taken care of. I hope you guys enjoyed the video, and I hope I did a decent enough job explaining. Defensively, this is what we're looking like, plus 33. So obviously, they need to 3-star for them to go positive on me. But I think we had a solid day. Plus 51 yesterday. And we'll be at 5,700 trophies exactly if we take a 3-star. So I'm not too worried about it. Again, I hope you guys enjoyed the video. Let me know if you did. Let me know if you didn't. Please like the video. Please subscribe. And I'll catch you guys in tomorrow's video. And it should be a double upload. And that's just a little surprise for you guys. A little bit, a peek behind the curtain. So see you guys tomorrow. Peace out.